Hey guys, Joe here, and here we are for the new top 5 of this week, which will be top 5 spacing. Now in this video, I'm using stuff straight out of my brain. There is no script, so tell me if you like it better this way, or if you would like it better as it used to be with the script, and just see which way you like more. So in this video, we will be going over the top 5 spacing characters in my opinion. Now what is spacing? Well, to me, spacing is pretty much keeping the opponent at a certain distance pretty far away from you, while you can still hit them. Now, it's not really about all having projectiles and having that. That's more of zoning in my opinion, but that's up to you. So pretty much these characters will be the ones that do quite a bit of damage, but keep the enemy at a certain distance so they really can't come that far in. But with most of these characters, if the opponent does get in on them, like a combo character, they will get a lot of damage. So these characters mainly focus on keeping the opponent pretty far away, but not too far. They really have to space the opponent correctly, and if they do so, they'll do a lot of damage and do really well in their game. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you enjoy this video. For my 5th slot, I had to choose Mega Man. Now in this game he's actually pretty good. He is brand new to the series, so that makes him pretty good, and he just has a lot of stuff going for him. Now some stuff that really makes him good at spacing are, first off, his just neutral jab and neutral air, which are a lot different than most other characters. What it does, instead of just jabbing, it actually shoots out 3 pellets that will hit the enemy for quite a bit of percent, but mostly it just keeps them off of you. Now these can give you a bit of time to go for your neutral B, down B, which I usually don't do, or side B, which can help stop the opponent because they will have to shield in order to do that. And after they do shield, you can go for some really quick bears or forward airs, which all do quite a bit of damage. They're all very nice, and they do have a pretty big hitbox, which protects you from a lot of different attacks. Now some other stuff that you can do is also go for up airs. This does keep the opponent away from you if they are above you, and it keeps them at a good distance for you to just do a lot of damage really fast. Finally, his side smash and multiples of his smashes are just really good at keeping the opponent pretty far. Now they are a bit slow, and they aren't as fast as some other spacing moves, but they can stop the opponent from coming after you, and they can give you some time to go for some of your other moves, such as neutral B, or back air or forward air, and these will do quite a bit of damage at a decently far range. For the 4th place spot, I had to put Rob. Now Rob is a very good character in this game, but he does have some certain things that make him in particularly good spacer. Now the first thing to think about this, which is the one that you'll probably be thinking about, is his laser. His laser charges up pretty fast and can be shot pretty often. It keeps the opponent off of you, and it just gives you damage from anywhere across the field, which makes him pretty good at that. The second good thing about him is his gyro. You can use this to get a lot of combos, you can do pretty much whatever you want. You can just send out a lot of these most of the time and just hit the opponent with them. It really helps and can give Rob some good games mid-game and just let him do a lot and keep the opponent off of him. Finally, he has his really good Nair, which attacks in a huge hitbox. It's very, very nice. He has a great up air, which will hit the enemy a lot of times, and has a very big hitbox to boot. And he also has his back air, which is pretty close to his Nair, but a bit different. Now, these all do have big hitboxes. They keep the opponent away. You can throw these out quite a bit, especially his Nair, and it will keep the enemy away. It will do a lot of damage, and most of the time they can't attack you back. So for these reasons, I had to put Rob as number 4. Now for number 3, I did have to put Marth. Of course Marth had to be on this list. He's been a spacer, he's been great at that his entire career, but in this game in particular, you have to be very good at spacing in order to do well as Marth. In the previous games, his non-space attacks did okay. His non-tippers, if you don't know, the tipper is when you hit with the tip of the blade, it does extra percent and stuff like that. But in the earlier games, non-tippers were quite strong, and you didn't really have to care about tippers as much as you do in this game. But in this game, you really have to space well. You have to make sure that you always get tippers, and if you do, you can kill the opponent at 50 or 60%. It's very, very strong. In this game, Marth can do quite a bit of stuff. He can space with his forward air, his back air. Most of the time I use my neutral air. He has a lot of different options, which all do have an amazing amount of knockback, and are all pretty useful overall. Now he's also pretty fast, which does allow him to run in, run out, use a bit of moves, pretty much keep the opponent at bay, and just get a lot of damage. Now this character does take a lot of skill. You do have to get really good at making sure the opponent is at a certain place in front of you. They can't be too far, they can't be too close, which does make him really hard to play, but it also will make you a lot better at all the other spacing characters, so if you want to get pretty good at exact spacing, I would recommend Marth. He's very good at that, and he's just a very good character overall in my opinion. So for number 2, I did have to choose Rosalina. She is really good at spacing in this game, as has a lot of options, so I will be going over those. The first thing which you should probably already know about is her Luma. This Luma you can send out whenever you want, and it will be just out on the field. What this can do in particular is allow you to have really big hitboxes, and can let you hit the opponent without letting them hit you back at all. This works against a lot of the characters, especially the slower ones. Other than her Luma, Rosalina also has very big hitboxes, such as her up air, down air, forward air, nair, All of her hitboxes are pretty big, most of them last pretty long, and they are really hard to get through because a lot of them are lingering, and you really can't hit her. So overall, Rosalina is pretty good. She does have good hitboxes. If she's with her Luma and her are both together, they will do a lot of damage. Hitboxes become even better, and she just becomes really good, really far range. Now, she is good at a lot of other stuff, and that's why I didn't really put her at number 1. Spacing isn't her only thing that she can do, but is definitely something that she can do greatly. In general, Rosalina is really good, and I would recommend her if you want to pick up a spacing character. For number 1, I pretty much had to choose Shulk. Shulk is amazing at spacing, and that's pretty much his entire kit. I mean, he does have a few combos, but most of those combos just come off spacing. So what Shulk does is he has different Monados. Most of the arts are just useful though because they can either let you do more damage, while not letting you get hit back because you have big ranges, or they just let you not die early. Now, having those abilities is pretty nice, but those aren't exactly what gives him his spacing. What gives him his spacing is all of his aerials, such as forward air, neutral air, up air, down air, back air. All these have really big hitboxes, some of the biggest hitboxes in the entire game. They go throughout a ton of the map, they do a lot of damage, and his neutral air can even auto-cancel, allowing you to get a really big hitbox move out on the field without being able to get hit back. It does a lot for him. Now, Shulk may not always be the fastest, and he may not be the best in some ways. He may get comboed somewhat, and he doesn't really have a combo breaker, but he does have very long-range moves. He can do a lot of damage really fast. He can just hit the opponent without letting them hit him back, which is pretty much the epitome of spacing. It's really good, he's really strong, and if you want a character that can space, keep the enemy away, he's a smash attacks, long-range smashes, long-range aerials, long-range everything, then I would definitely recommend Shulk for you. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you did enjoy this top 5, and that maybe you found a top 5 character that you really like that you will use for yourself. If you did agree with this list, make sure to leave a like and comment down below. Comment, once again, if you did agree, or just comment if you think that this is complete garbage, and tell me what your characters are and why I'm wrong. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that you all have a great day.